Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. I have used like 260 plus 75, so almost 400 rare candies, so I can build this Carbink and showcase it for you. And the number one question that everybody asks about, is it worth it? I'm here to tell you, it is definitely worth it. But you definitely need Z9EX to out-tap the opponents, because this Carbink takes forever to get to a move. However, it is super tanky. I highly recommend this Pokemon. Now, the way you can access it is a little bit tricky. So if you have a GoFest ticket, and I will give away some, and then also there are some other channels that doing giveaways for free. And then if you haven't bought it yet, I would recommend that you get it if you can. Maybe some way it's free, some way somebody gifted to you, or if you have already got it. My point is, if you get it early, you get a quest that allows you to actually get Carbink early access. Otherwise, everybody at GoFest will get Carbink. And the other thing is, so many people, I've seen so many Carbinks, by the way, in Go Battle League. They are everywhere. But long story short, what I'm trying to say in Remix Cup, but what I'm trying to say is that if you don't want to use a bad IV one like I did, because my IVs were like 15, 13, 14 or something like that, then you obviously wait for GoFest and get a good one, and you also can fully excel it unless you work with it for like 2 weeks, because you need it to be excel to be even better. So my Carbink that you're gonna see here, guys, it's not even freaking excel and it's still slapping so hard. It's a really good Pokemon to have. I highly recommend it. I like it, and it almost seems like it's not worth to invest the bad IVs, and honestly, you don't need it. You can just play in a remix without it. Just make sure you have a counter for it, and then on top of that, make sure I lose plenty, by the way, but I have not went negative with this team just yet. Actually, that's not true. I finally went negative with this team, but we already hit veteran. We're at almost 2600 elo right now with this team, and I believe this was my very first set with this team. And you guys know me, I always like to showcase my first sets when I start with a new team. So I have a bonus match, and I believe this is the bonus match that we start out with right here, because I wanted to showcase that Carbink does actually really well against even the double mud boys right here. We can tank the mud bumps, and we are not even XL just yet. So again, the team it's double flyer with Carbink in the middle. So you have right off the bat Mandibuzz, and then Carbink in the middle, and then in the back you have the freaking oh my god, I forgot its name. You know what I'm talking. You can see it right here on the side. But what I'm trying to say is a Gliscor. There we go. And what a tie! Just like, wait, we actually won because we had a Gliscor still alive. But anyways, did you guys see that? We just slapped 2 mud boys, boy. So anyways, what you want to do, especially when you face a Quagsire, you just stay in and soft lose this. You might shield one, and I usually recommend shielding the first one here, just because if you shield the first one, it's always a Stone Edge. If you don't shield the first one, the next one will be Mud Bomb that they usually bait, and I say that from experience, because I went from 2100 elo to 2650, or no, sorry, 2560 elo with this team. So hundreds of elos with this team, and I've faced so many of them. So you want to soft lose this, and then you're going to come in with Carbink and farm it down, unless they not shield anything, and you actually win this matchup, because that's the case right here. So this is perfect. Clefable is a horrible problem. That's one thing that you don't want. Clefable absolutely walls Carbink, and if you want to wall Carbink, you use Clefable. Or a Grass type, or honestly, fighters are doing pretty well against Carbink as well if Carbink doesn't have energy advantage. Shadow Machamp destroys Carbinks if you don't have energy advantage or if you don't have shields. So if Machamp has shields against the Carbink, you 100% lose. So both Machamp and Clefable walls it in case you don't want to use or invest into a Carbink, because you're against, getting a what you call GoFest ticket early, or you don't have a GoFest ticket yet, or you just don't want to spend like 400,000 dust and like 400 rare candies. So in that case, you just build that team and you will be good. But this team is really good. I highly recommend it, and in general, I'm just gonna speak about how to play it. So right off the bat, you always want to lose or soft lose the lead, and you keep all your shields most of the time for your Gliscor in the back. They usually swap in their if they swap in a hardest counter against your Mandibuzz, like or you think it's the hardest counter, but meaning like what is it called, the Sandshrew. If they swap that in against your Mandibuzz, you stay in. You don't swap out, because that means they more than likely have a Dugong in the back. So what you want to do is when they do that, you're just going to stay and then you soft lose that, and then you're going to come in with Carbink and actually farm it down slowly, and basically invest into 1 shields and keep 1 shield for your Gliscor, but more than likely you're going to need all the shields for the Carbinks if it's double ice in the back. That's just my 2 cents on the team. And by the way, this team was actually created on the stream with MeshQ. MeshQ actually used this team and actually went up to what, 2800 elo MeshQ? Can you let us know in the comment? That would be great. So thanks to him, we were able to build this team on stream, used it, and I believe that, like I said, this is my very first set with it. And we did, it's a 4-1 or a 5-1, I can't remember what it was. But long story short, this team works very, very well. I usually invest 1 shield into my Mandibuzz, and then the other shield I keep for whatchamacallit in the back, Gliscor. But the goal is, oh my god, so much damage. I only invest into a shield to the Mandibuzz if I don't really have an answer for the lead, or if I know I easily win the lead if I invest into 1 shield, or at the very least we trade shields because I know that will get me an advantage. Otherwise I just lose it. Like if you face a Galvantula on lead, you don't shield anything at all whatsoever, you just throw air slash, and you might be able to throw through, usually able to throw through air slashes unless they throw discharge right off the bat. But then you're just gonna come in with your Carbink and farm it all the way down with no shields invested, and then you're gonna have tons of energy and still shields, 2 shields to the Carbink and Gliscor. So that's the way you do it. You never really worry about your Mandibuzz, honestly, because Gliscor will do everything for you that Mandibuzz can. So coming back to it, I really don't like facing Quagsires and the double Mudboys. The one team that really gives me trouble is actually the double Mudboy teams. That is really bad for this team. So you need to get rid of them as soon as you can, and then Mandibuzz would be actually useful, but that's about it. But you never know if they have double mud in the back, honestly, just want to point it out there. Galvantula perfect, because they're coming in and farm all the way down, and then now he's just going to come back in with a Quagsire. We can easily tank anything here. We're just going to go ahead and throw the Rock Slide because we can. And tell me, what is that Pokemon reminds you? What is that Pokemon? What is the Carbink reminds you? Tell me in the comments below. I would love to know. I'm not going to say what it reminds me, but you tell me what it reminds you. Okay, Toxicroak lead is amazing, although I usually lose. Anytime I win a lead, I lose the match. It's been hunting me. But this tells me that they are double weak to Flyer, so I'm just going to stay in Shield 1 just because of that. I'm hoping to farm all the way down here. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have farmed it all the way down. That's what you guys should do. Don't throw here. Beautiful, but you should have farmed it all the way down. You leave a Sludge easy. That would have been the right thing to do. And now Scrafty comes in. What is this? Is this over double counter? What is in the back? Is this triple counter? Anyways, this is totally fine. If he came in with a Scrafty against a Mandibuzz, he's definitely weak to Mandibuzz in the back. Probably Dark, weak to Dark, but either way, as you guys know, this is fine. We do, I think we live this, by the way, so we are still fine. We throw this Air Slash easy. And then if he shields this, he's definitely weak to flying. So let's see what's in the back. I'm really excited to see what's in the back. Okay, what's in the back? He has 2 shield. Come on! This is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. So this is actually very good for us. We just come in with our, because we let him believe he still has a chance to win this, but Carbink absolutely was that Como-O. So all I'm doing here is just let him basically here, just nothing. We're gonna throw here just because we can. No, we didn't even throw. We're just gonna come in and farm it all the way down. But anything, actually that's not true. Carbink doesn't entirely, because watch how much the close combat will do. You see, actually close combat does a lot to a Carbink. So never mind, don't take my word for it. It was all dragons, but not Como-O, because Como-O does have the close combat. Chestnut is also a problem for this team. Just want to point it out there, guys. So be careful with the Chestnuts, because it is kind of a problem. Okay, so you want to get rid of that thing. I mean, Carbink can do anything against it, the Chestnut, unless you have a Moonblast and they have no shields. But other than that, Carbink loses hard to Chestnut. And this Toxapex is also horrible for your team. So you usually want your what is it called, Mandibuzz. You want your Mandibuzz against the Toxapex, because none of your Pokemon in the back really can handle it. Well, once we soft lose this, we're gonna come in with Toxapex and farm down. But we're actually gonna shield this because I think we can farm it down. So that's the plan here. As long, oh, we don't even try it. Okay, never mind. Actually, we would not be able to farm it down, but I could have farmed at least 2 or 3 more. And so we have some energy. Now Empoleon, oh boy, we can't win this. Empoleon is a core breaker, but luckily you're not gonna see too many of them. At higher elo, you don't see Empoleons at all. So this was very early, still in the 2300s, I think. At 2300s, I saw lots of Empoleons. So it's not great. Mandibuzz is the only thing that can actually take the Empoleon, and we already lost it, so that's not great. We're probably gonna lose this. There's not much you can do here, but it is what it is. The team works great. I highly recommend it. Carbink cannot do anything here. This is a loss, which is gonna top left because there's no point doing anything here. That we cannot come back from that. And unfortunately, Empoleon is just not good unless it's on lead. If it's on lead, you face it with your flyer and you're good. That's about it. With your Mandibuzz. Okay, Machamp on lead is great. Machamp is good in general unless it's facing your Carbink with 2 shields, but this is what we want. And since he's not stopping out, this is really good for us. So we're definitely shielding this because this is a Rock Slide. Even if it's a Crush Shot, sorry, it was a Crush Shot. But even if it's a Crush Shot, it is what it is. We shield it. Now, okay, this time we double. What is it? Nidoqueen? Wait, is it a Scrafty in the back? What is in the back? But anyways, what you should do here, you should swap into your Gliscor here. The only reason I didn't do that because I'm fine. I don't want to lock in my oh, never mind, we still did it. So we sold some damage, we farmed up, but Gliscor absolutely walls the Nidoqueen because it reduces basically everything. Unless they have Stone Edge, of course, but they usually don't run that. They run Earth Power, so we're good. This is good. Easy peasy. By the way, are you guys going to the Go Fest? Any in-person Go Fest? Please let me know in the comment. And then if not, ooh, this is perfect, we win this. And then if not, are you doing the Global Go Fest? I would love to know in the comments below. That would really help me out to just gauge who is doing what. Anyways, and if you go to Yokohama, Osaka for the Go Fest, I will see you there. I will be there on Sunday actually. But anyways, so this is really good for us. We get rid of all the shields, even though we don't need to. We're just gonna come in with whatchamacallit, and we can tank anything whatsoever. Shadow Balls, no problem. Poison Fang, no problem. This is good. We stop out instantly. We need the shield for the Mandibuzz because we need to take out this Machamp. We're gonna actually, we're not gonna throw because he's gonna shield it anyways. But now we are good enough. We actually need to shield this, believe it or not, and not the Shadow Ball. The Crush Shot does more than the Shadow Ball, so we had to shield that. You will see how much the Shadow Ball. Oh, never mind. He runs away. Where are you going? They just quit. Anyways, I hope you like this team, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend it. Please let me know if you liked it. Please let me know if you're gonna test it out. And thank you, Mesher, for giving the team. Shadow Z is out, but we'll be back with more videos. That's right.